Hey guys, welcome to the Storm. Now, officially, the first round is over. Now we can start breaking down the second round. Just started today. Okay. So, quickly, we'll break down my first round predictions and what I had right and what I had wrong. I pretty much nailed everything, except a couple series I was off by a game, but I don't really count that. Unless I'm completely wrong, I'm usually going to consider it right. I predicted Golden State would sweep. They did. I said Utah in 6. It was Utah in 7. So basically, right. San Antonio in 6, dead on the money. Boston in 6, on the spot. Washington in 7, off by a game. Toronto in 6, right on the money. I picked Cleveland in 5, but Cleveland swept. So I thought they would have 1, but yeah. The only one I was completely wrong on was my Thunder in 6 that I picked. But I acknowledged that maybe that was a little more heart than my head. But hey, I didn't know Russell was the only one that's going to show up that whole series. So, now that the Clippers officially blew their season, which I thought they did, they should have won that series, and they didn't. I didn't think they would. We'll break down into each, since there's only 4 rounds, since after the first round, now we can break into each one individually. The Warriors and Jazz, I have Warriors in 5. I'll give the Warriors, I give Utah 1 game with their good defense, but they're just too young, and the Warriors arguably have the 4 best players on both teams. So I'll give them 1, but I'm not giving them anything else. Utah's way too young, and there's just not enough firepower on that team to keep up with Golden State. So maybe Golden State will have one off night. That's when Utah will get their win. All right. The most interesting series in this is probably the Rockets and the Spurs. Like I said, I already did a video on this. I have the Spurs in 7 because the Spurs have the Einstein and Greg Popovich. So I'm going to rely on Pop because I think he has something up his sleeve. Kawhi can play defense on Harden, and no one can guard Kawhi. Now, he can't stop Harden, but he can make it where Harden has to work really hard for his shots, which I think he will do that. So that's what I'm going to go with. And I'll give the Spurs the benefit of the doubt since they've been one of the best teams for the past decade. Next, we have the Washington series, and the collapse by Washington in Game 1 after their great start. I'm still going with Washington in 6. John Wall is still the best player on both teams. But if Boston wins, I wouldn't mind seeing LeBron in Boston for this conference finals where they have some history. That'll be interesting. I really do. But I just think Washington's still the better team even though they lost. And lastly, I have the Cavs in 3 games. No, but seriously, I have the Cavs sweeping in 4 games. I don't believe in Toronto at all. They're just not that good. LeBron and Kyrie are the 2 best players in the East. I've never believed in Toronto. They should have swept them last year. I'm just going with my gut. And yeah, Cavs are going to sweep. So I have, quickly, we have the Warriors in 5, the Spurs in 7, Washington in 6, and the Cavs sweeping. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy the second round of the playoffs, and more videos will come. Follow me on Twitter on Burning_Jackson for everything I got on sports. And subscribe, give a thumbs up, comment your opinion, everything. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.